evening, morning, and or afternoon, Blood Bowl fans. This is Gamba. I'm joined with Mr. Metal and Mr. Gengar, and we are here to do your weekly recap. Gentlemen, say hello.
Hello.
I refuse to.
Excellent. So, as per usual, we are doing this one thing at a time, so we are starting off with the G-Man Div 4, working our way back up to Div 1. Are you guys ready to kick this off with the previous week's schedule?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
And the first thing I'm noticing, I've gone in there already, the first thing I'm noticing is we've had a 3-0.
Yeah. The poor Beards, Boos, and Bashers.
Route and armor on the Kron Mighty Knights. Oh god, he's got strength, dude. He's got 2 strengths. What are we giving in our orange juice, dude?
This is like I know that Bretonian teams can get strength ups and it's pretty nice, but this is pretty much 2 strength ups right off the bat. Like he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level ups,
And 2 of them are strength. No, dude, it's strength up's nice for just about anyone, but a strength up on a knight is really good.
I actually calculated it, and the chances of getting a strength up is 1 out of 52.
Excellent.
I thought it was 1 in 36.
No, it's 52.
Well,
So, that'd be 101 out of 104?
Yeah,
Anyway,
this is 1 out of 104, indeed.
in any case, he's actually a ridiculously good ball carrier because he's also got dodge in his last game, so now he's a strength 4 blodger. That's really hard to block down for a beginning team. So
If that guy gets sure hands, he's already better than my thrower.
In fact, he's already ridiculously good. I mean, that right there is the center point of the Brett team.
Yeah.
I mean, getting strength up on his blocker, it's one of those things that you'd probably want guard or something, but you're never going to say no to strength.
All I have to say is agility. If he gets plus agility, that's pretty much a griff right there.
Also, he did a smart thing. He got leader and he got rid of one of those very expensive rerolls.
I don't think they ever had it. I think they started with a 2 reroll build.
Oh well, you know, many now history.
Yeah, that works. Someone's been taking your advice, Metal.
I know, right? People literally listen to me. It's bizarre.
I love
We've
it.
had Beards, Boots, and Bashing, who they beat, which was Aftermath's team. I know I spoke to Aftermath. I believe he had 2 dead players.
Ooh.
Wait, that's a dwarf team, right?
Yeah.
It's a dwarf team. Yeah, he now has a missing Blitzer and a missing Longbeard because he
What's
literally...
up with dwarves dying?
I have no idea. But yeah, he's now down to 9 men, including missing a Blitzer, missing a Longbeard. And the only skill up he's had so far is a runner.
Well, to be fair, there is another dwarven team in this division which pretty much is my favorite pick. Which is the Dwarven Lucha Federation. Fuck, those names are amazing.
They don't have any skill ups though.
No.
And they also have a Dead Slayer by the look of it.
Yeah, and that's rough.
And they also have a Niggled Blitzer. So the dwarves are literally... The dwarves in Div 4 are just getting their teeth pushed in through the back of their heads. It's ridiculous.
That's what it looks like. Let's see how that game went for him. Yeah, it was a 1-0. So, didn't even get
That
the
was
victory.
the Keepers of the Catacombs.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And he has 1 death in that game.
and that was Undead. So, they got a new... I'm assuming they got a new zombie out of the deal.
Anyway, back on track.
Could be Stiff Stock the zombie. They picked up along the way, their 12th zombie.
Back on track anyway. The Crowned Crimson Crushers, the KKK. Rod versus the Jam.
No, that's not bad. Let's take a quick look at that. How the overview
They've now
looks.
got a Mighty Blow Chaos Warrior. They're looking really good, actually, to be fair. They're in a really nice spot. 3 block Chaos Warriors. It's one of those teams, normally, with Chaos teams, the SPP tends to go towards the Beastman, because you tend to use the Beastman for blitzing, and your pawns and stuff like that, and they're a bit faster. With a Minotaur, I suppose, as well. But they've actually got a good spread of SPP across their warriors. They've got 1 warrior who's level 1, and even he's at 5 out of 6 SPP.
It looks like both of them took a death apiece to that game. Or at least according to that match.
I'm assuming Croms was Apple then, because he's got a full team.
He's going for the block Mighty Blow Warrior build, which is not bad, but personally I do Mighty Blow and then block.
Yeah, I like Mighty Blow first. I mean, no, to be honest, on Chaos Warriors, I like block. for reliability, but on Beastman, I tend to go for Mighty Blow first.
I get three block beastmen for line fodder, basically.
In any case, it's a team that aren't doing too bad. They're what are they in the season so far? They're 1-1, are they? 1 win, 1 draw.
Let's see. Where is the KKK?
No, 1 draw, 1 loss. I apologize. 0-1-1.
They're 11th. They're not doing that well, to be fair.
Well, Fresh Chaos is always rough. I mean,
Yep.
it was pretty amazing to watch Hippie stay so close to the top of the leaderboard with his Fresh Chaos.
Yeah, no, I agree. Chaos are a hard one to play. I mean, they're doing, to my mind, they're doing well just because they're getting developed. They're getting SPP on Chaos Warriors.
That's all you can hope for Season 1. I mean, anyone who hopes anything different is got a little crazy in them, and I like it.
Yeah, they're maybe not so much prepped on on reality rather than.
Yeah. So if we take a look, we got Black Pyramid versus the Filthy Hippies, and they took a 1-0. The Season of Dark Elves obviously played to their advantage.
They've now got a Blodge Blitzer and a Wrestle Lineman. Not too much in the way of skills. Only 3 blitzers, so they're still down a blitzer. They went for it looks like they went for a Witch Elf triple blitzer build. And they've got 50k in the bank, so they're saving up for their 4th blitzer at the moment.
Yeah, not a bad move.
Hey, they're doing okay. They're trucking along.
The Keepers of the Catacombs did a 1-0 win versus the Dwarf Lucha Federation, who were probably a little bit sad because of the death of Randy Savage.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we talked about the 3-0, which is definitely rough, especially when you're losing 2 dwarfs, which are mildly expensive to replace.
Taking a look at the other Chaos team, we're talking about a Chaos team that's developing well. This one has a dead Beastman, and it has a leader Beastman.
What team is this?
Wait, what?
The Crimson Horns. One of the other Chaos teams in the division. Whereas the other one had a splash of SPP across the Warriors. All the SPP on this team appears to be across, well, most SPP has gone across the Beastman here. Including Bloodhoof, who looks to be the triple MVP.
Yep, that's what it looks like. And then we got
Leader on a Goto, like, do you know what the difference in TV is if you take Leader on a Goto or take it just team reroll?
It's 30 versus 50.
30 versus 60, but yes.
Sorry, 30 versus 60. So, at half price. To be fair, I like that. It is ultimately optimizing the TV.
Yeah, I do like it, but like he has no skills, and then the first thing you usually take something like extra arm, sure, handsome, ball safety. No, fuck that, we're taking leader.
Hey, that is ball safety. Reroll. Yeah, that's an extra reroll.
Yeah.
I know it's not the safest, but
I'm skeptical about it.
I think he's looking at the long game, and I like that. He's planning to be here a while.
That's good. That's what we like.
Good Morning FC. I'm going to look at the other undead team here.
And then Addicts.
They've got a white with guard. Not much else going on for them. Oh, they've got a Blodge Ghoul as well, because who doesn't love Blodge?
Good Morning FC also 1-2 versus 1 versus the Addicts.
Yeah.
The Addicts. How are the Addicts doing?
They got a Blodge Ghoul, and they got a injured zombie. Looks like
that's just a miss
next
game.
game. Yeah.
He doesn't care about that. He'll come back.
Is it Addicts or Addicts? Because it's only 1D.
I'm gonna call it Addicts.
Yeah, we'll go with Addicts until we're corrected otherwise, I think.
Okay.
Jocular.
Still gonna carry on with Addicts even after corrected.
Yeah, this is Gamba. Once he's decided on a pronunciation, you're done.
That's it. It's
the other Brett team, the Mustang BBC, again doing the standard grab leader on the first night to level up.
I'm fine with that.
They got a 1-1 against Sin and Virtue, who were our elf team.
Oh, that was one of the ones we picked for to be a win right there, was the Sin and Virtue.
Yeah, and they only got a 1-1. They also have picked up leader, so they've got 3 rerolls now as well. They've got a kick lineman, a dodge lineman, a dodge catcher, a movement catcher, and a blonde splitter. So
what team is this?
Sin
and Virtue. They were our picks for the elf team to be.
Yeah, and they only managed to draw this week. So
did they already have like 3 games?
Did we cast a curse them?
Might have. It's a good possibility. Well,
the other team actually I was pointing out as well was Alv. I was expecting big things from Alv, and it looks like they had one of their. They had this stupid runner who had 2 levels ups already. They had a blodge catch runner, and it turns out he's broke his leg and is missing next game. So,
Ooh.
oops. But, you know, Gengar will like them. They've also got a strength up lineman.
Yeah,
Fuck yes.
A movement up runner.
which is good.
A mighty blow berserker. A strong arm thrower. So, you know, I don't know if I like the strong arm on the thrower necessarily. Is that a double for a thrower for Norse?
Here, we're taking a quick look.
Strong arm is a double, yes.
Oh, okay, now I understand why I'm taking that.
He does not have strength access. He is general and passing.
That's
I've
correct.
barely played Norse, to be honest, so sometimes I rely on you guys to keep me.
Yeah.
honest.
The runner. Let's see what his injury is.
It's only a fractured leg. It's nothing serious.
Anyway, the runner is one of those casuals like, hey, let's do a passing game sort of a Norse team, which is not bad. Strength up on the lineman, well, you know, he's not going to be a lineman anymore, so...
Yeah, now he's become a blitzer.
I quite like where the team's going. They've got themselves a deep bench. I mean, they've got 13 players. Okay, 12 with the runner out, but they've still got, 12 players with the runner out, 13 with the runner in. So they're there they're prepped and ready to absorb the AV7 kind of casualties they're going to get. I think this is a team to watch, to be honest.
Yeah.
Small dirty player.
And these are the guys that beat the Quran Mighty Knights 3-1 in the first week, so
Jesus.
they're definitely my pick as a team to watch.
Keep double backspacing out. Alright. So let's take a look at next week then.
We
So
still have 2 more teams to review. We've got
What?
Filthy Hippies and Jam. Yeah, man.
I already talked about Filthy Hippies. Or I talked about it in my head.
You talked about it in your head.
Damn, because they're looking
no,
pretty
we,
beastly.
we have like named them already, but we didn't look at the team.
Yeah, they got 1-0 by Black Pyramid.
Yeah.
They've still got all 11 players, so that's impressive.
Well, they're looking good too. You got a catcher with block. We got the Mighty Blow War Dancer, which we talked about last week, which is
The dream.
beautiful. Lineman got dodge, which is always good to have, and guard on the tree.
Yeah, it's a nice looking team. Couple of wrestles.
Mhm.
It works for me, man.
He has a Mighty Blow War Dancer, which is pretty much something Venachow will sell his soul for at the moment, I've heard.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
And then we have finally the Jam, who are looking pretty busted, dude. They've got Jimmy the Ogre, who's got guard. That's nice. They're down to 2 blitzers.
Ooh.
Their blitzers keep dying, I think. And one of their blitzers on a miss next game. He has got Mighty Blow and Tackle, which is nice.
That is nice right there.
The miss next game, not so nice.
No.
Couple of block catches, so that's good news.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to this team?
They keep getting blitzers killed.
Which is a
And they
shame.
1-1 Crom's Crimson Crushes. So, to be fair, they pulled a 1-1 for their losses, so not too bad.
Yeah, and at least when they can recover their blitzers, which
They're almost there for one of them, so
Yeah.
they're not far off.
they come back with block. Hopefully the rest
Honestly-
PP falls on their catchers and the ogre then.
He's going to need 2 to 3 games to actually get back on strength.
Yeah, but for me, as I said, the team to watch in this division, the 2 teams I'm looking at the most are Sin and Virtue and Alv. I expect big things from both. Alv are in a real good spot as a Norse team.
I'm honestly really looking towards some undead action because they are supposed to be ridiculously strong early on.
Oh no, it's Necro that is strong. No, Undead is stronger early, Necro stronger late. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And we have got a 2-0 Necro team, which is super good.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So,
Good Morning FC is the one that's 2-0.
As I say, I still think Alv and Sin and Virtue, both 1-1s, I think they've got good potential. I think Alv, I'd like to see a Yeti pick up next to them.
Mhm.
And they are also against the understrength Beards, Boos, and Bashing. So it's real dwarves versus fake dwarves. But the fake dwarves have more skill ups, and more actual team members.
Fake dwarves are just better in the ball game. Real dwarves never win versus fake dwarves because of strength advantage in ball game.
Well, I'm thinking the Filthy Hippies are gonna pull a win off the Jam, but I'm hoping that the Jam will have an easy, not so beat down game against them, since
I think the most interesting game in the Division 4 this season is going to be at the moment Keepers of the Catacombs versus those crazy Bretonnians. The Bretonnians got 2 crazy strength ups now, but the undead are still, undead.
Yeah,
So,
they still outstrength them because they've got 2. They got themselves 2 mummies.
could be a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that could be a great game. And also, obviously, that's keeping the Catacombs looking to solidify their lead.
Yep.
No, sorry, Good Morning FC are the winners. God, these undead teams.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be. This is definitely. I mean, I know everyone in the upper divisions. It's like, see, it's the season of the Dark Elves, but for all the new players, it's season of undead.
Season of zombies.
Season of zombies.
Well, hey, there's no one I'd rather hide behind. There's no one I'd rather hide behind than a knight when there's a lot of zombies around. So
Yeah.
I'm throwing it on the Bretonian side.
Are we going to see a horror slash fic with Bretonians that...
Could be. Could very well be. Let's flick over to... Oh, my word. Let's flick over to the Div 3, because... Wow, there's some three touchdown games here.
Oh dear. Diving Hawks taking a 3-0. We got
Necro Sausages grabbing a 3-0.
yeah, White Death 3-2 to the Moon Dancers.
Yeah, there's some I love 3 touchdown games, dude. When you see lots of touchdowns, you're like, yeah, there was some action.
Yeah, that's...
I like the fact that the Lyrics Raids did a win versus En Passant, because I'm really rooting for them to actually go on with all their mighty blow.
Lyric Wraiths. Let's take a look at those guys then. If they were your pick here, where are the lads?
Third one. On the
Undead.
top.
Oh yeah, Jocks. They're the strength 6 mummy. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And then the other one's Guard. So that's brutal right there. And then a Mighty Blow White.
And the other one's about to get mighty blow pretty soon.
And who did they beat? En Passant, which was Crimson Fox's Chaos team, who currently have gone the way I would go, and they've grabbed themselves a Mighty Blow guy. So that's nice.
What's the name of the team again?
En Passant, the
thank you.
Chaos team.
It's got the castle.
Yeah, not much else going on for them, unfortunately, SPP-wise, but they do have a Mighty Blow dude, so that's something.
Yeah, I love Mighty Blow. You want to always give them the blows of Mighty.
We'll score for food. I'm going to check in on those because I know Squiggy. They've now got 2 guard linemen, which is awesome for them. They've got a catcher with Wrestle, one answer with Strip Ball, and an injured lineman, by the look of it, who has a fractured leg. He's still saving for his treatment, but I think he has to keep spending money on replacing people who die.
Ooh, a 2-1. That's
The second number 2 leaderboard, the play carriers, have a look at their team. I think they're going to perform extraordinarily well because of the skill ups they got at the moment.
Yeah, they are a very good team. They've got 3 blodge ghouls and a movement ghoul already. And they've got a white who's a miss next game, so Squiggy's actually hurt a white and kept him off, which is nice for him.
Oh yeah, this is Cyber Knight's team.
Yeah, we pegged this one as a team to watch from the off. They've got some nice startups.
Oh yeah, that's a scary team.
The big importance here is like the only weakness on that really has early on is the lack of block.
And they've got 3 blodge ghouls, so
Yep.
they've got ball carriers that are hard to bring down.
Yep.
But I do think they're going to go far.
And look at this. 1 SPP level up, 1 SPP level up, 2 SPP level up, 1 SPP level
I think
up.
we're gonna see some vanity passings next game, boys.
3 ghouls just sat in the back, chucking a ball at each other, rapid, and hoping for the best. 4 even, because Jesus, even the 14 out of 16, he's so
Yep.
close, yeah.
Well, it's going to be 5 passes then.
Well, whoever they're playing next, who are they playing next?
They are playing.
They are
Lyrics
playing the
Raids.
raids. Oh, and that off.
Oh damn, that's gonna be one to watch.
That is who we want to watch.
Agreed.
There's going to be a muscle mummy versus the blotch cup.
Let's check in with the Gman Orcs. I believe that's Berg's team. Yeah.
I believe they played quite late in the week. They've got a couple of injuries they're carrying here. They've got a Blitzer with a busted move,
Yep.
a Mighty Blow. They've got a Black Orc with busted armor.
Busted
which
armor.
To me, sounds like a fire.
He might be saving up though to recoup costs first.
Well,
Yeah,
he
that's
has 70k, so he basically needs 10 more k to replace that Black Hawk. The Blitzer I just keep until
Yeah.
I also would
I'd
have
ride
another
it
one
out.
with Mighty Blow.
No, I agree, but at the same time, it's it's a team that's looking pretty beat up, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he took a W in his last game, so I mean.
Took on the old guard, the lizard team.
Yeah.
And they're missing. Oh, they're doing it. They're doing it again, Gamba.
Oh no. I think they're doing it on purpose.
I think they are.
They're doing what?
They're not organising their team. How can you look at that roster and think that's okay? How can you do that?
I don't know. It's very confusing.
People like chaos, I guess.
Well, then go play Chaos, not Lizards.
But look at the Chaos team. They're organised. Emphasis have it organised.
Yeah.
No, man, that's not okay. And I'm going to say this now. That's not okay, guys. Not okay. The Urukaikus, they took a 3-0 loss. So I wanted to check in on those guys, see if they survived okay. And they seem to not have any missing players. They're up to 14 players, so they're pretty. I mean, I know 2 of them are goblins, so they almost don't count.
What? Goblins always count. Goblins are people too.
I am going to pull back my vote for the Undead, and I'm going to give it to the Sage, because how he's building his team is just making my heart feel very warm inside.
The Slaneshi Slaughterers? Okay, let's check it does. He's got Claw Mighty Blow guy already. He's got another Claw Chaos Warrior, he's got a Mighty Blow Chaos Warrior, he's got a Mighty Blow Beastman, and he's got a Movement Beastman. They're doing pretty nicely.
Yeah, he's coming super murdery.
But he did take a loss to the Art of the Water.
I expect it, you know what I mean? It's gonna happen. Early on Chaos, like we talked about earlier. Those wins are really, really gonna be hard to come by.
It doesn't matter, these guys are just made to punch people's head in, and I think it's wonderful.
I do too.
It was actually, I wanna hark back to last week. Art of the War was a team that Thingy picked. Schuttenheim was with us last week, wasn't he? And it was Art of the War was a team that he picked to win. And they did, so well done Schuttenheim for the prediction.
Yeah, we'll take a look at him. If you're looking at him right now, we got obviously the Blitzers have block. We got 2 blocks on the Black Orcs, which is going to make them, especially for a Chaos team with no block, much harder to bring down.
Yeah,
and,
if you see block on Black Orcs, you pretty much know that they're going to go for the try-hard rather for development.
Yeah.
Not just that though, but he's actually got 10 and 12 SPP, so he's getting up for the second level, which will likely be Guard or Mighty Blow.
Could be MVPs.
Yeah, could be.
At the same point, whether it's MVPs or otherwise, it's 6 SPP and 4 SPP away from a level 3 Black Orc, which is ridiculously nice to have early on in an Orc team.
He's getting the guard on the blitzers, which doesn't mean that he is trying to just get all those blocks out of the way with the Black Orcs.
Yeah, get all blocks on the Black Orcs, then get guard as a second skill up, and then basically just have a front line that's absolutely unblockable by anything that isn't a mummy.
What's up with all these Orc teams, by the way, having no troll and goblins?
There was one.
He didn't do very well, but...
Yeah.
That's the problem, they need to do well. I want to see some edgy 4 goblins flying through the air.
I want to check in on Diving Hawks as well, because... Let's have a quick look what they were the ones that won 3-0. They've now... is Curran new, the Strength 4 Blitzer? Probably. And the Strength 4... Geez, there is something in the water, lads.
It's gotta be.
Something in the water. That's ridiculous.
It's probably the piss of my Yeti.
I think it's just to hack me off, to be honest.
I don't know.
Everybody gets stringed up.
We were really upset about this last week when we were going through it, and everyone had their doubles, and everyone had their skill ups, and we were just sitting here like, what?
Wait. Full Metal, your gutter runner got -1 strength, right?
No, minus move.
-1.
But we're not on Div 1, so we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, no, but if
I know you're the guest, but you don't have the right to change the ordering.
If it was -1 strength, I could say, like, we're all drinking his blood now.
Anyway, White Deaths took a 3-2 victory. They still have no level ups, though. They took a 3-2 victory and have 0 level ups. I mean, I know there's sharing the SPP around, but that's ridiculous.
Everybody's about to level up.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are right on the cusp. That's kind of a crappy spot to be. I was there last season with my dwarf team. We were at
everyone just needs a little shove.
It's like a sneeze, and then all of a sudden you have like 7 level ups.
Which is the nice part, but they're playing the Silver Moon Dancers. Checking in on those guys. They've got a movement up War Dancer with Frenzy.
Ooh,
and a sidestep strip ball War Dancer, which is super nice.
Oh yeah.
A Blodge Catcher and a Wrestle Lineman. They've also got a Dead Lineman, but
that's what they're for.
It's a Wood Elf Lineman. Playing a game with a loner, not a big deal.
Yeah.
They've also gone for the 3-team reroll build. I don't know, they've saved up part of the team reroll, but regardless, they've now got 3 rerolls as well, which is a super good spot to be in.
If Phobos gets another movement done, then he's basically a better gutter runner.
Yeah. Oh, agreed.
Have we got anyone else? Oh yeah, Jolly Jungle Jaws, the last guy.
Yep.
Let's have a quick.
This is
Look
the
into
Lizardman.
that.
Oh no, they do have a Crocs.
The missing Crocs, I believe, was in the bingo.
Yeah.
They have got an injured Saurus though. It's fractured arms. It's nothing too serious. But the next game out, they're only going to be having 5 Saurus.
Yeah, they only
Which
have 3
hurts.
skinks too.
And no level ups. That's a really bad spot to be in. They actually they got 3-0 by Necro Sausages, who were the last guys you need to tick in. 'cause it's
This
such a
is
spot.
something so skeptical though, like 7 movement Saurus, it's nice, but would I really want to take it as my first kill?
It's one of those. Some coaches just get a bit afraid of offending Nuffle if they don't take the startups.
Yeah.
That does.
But I
make
agree.
sense.
I think that's upsetting to me. Checking in on Necro Sausages, they've got a 2-level
Shawnee.
werewolf. It is Shawnee, who's doing really well. He's got the werewolf dream with the mighty blow, and he's got another werewolf who has blodge. So that's super good. And then he hasn't got any level ups on any of his other players, but with 2 very developed werewolves, does it really matter?
Mighty Blow on the werewolf is pretty much what you want, really.
Yeah, Mighty Blow Claw.
Yeah, that's the
So
one.
scary. So scary.
Mighty Blow. I mean, to me, werewolves are probably the best players in the game at the moment.
Also, this is another Necromancer coach who just right out refuses to get ghouls.
I don't.
he doesn't
For the long
refuse, I
haul,
think.
it makes sense.
You pick up the ghouls later once you've got your team in situ. I think he's probably going to save up for another reroll first.
I've seen a few a few builds basically, which forgoes actually buying the Flesh Dawns and just taking the ghouls, the werewolves, and the whites.
I don't know why you do that. You just lose. You lose so much from not having a flesh golem. They're AV9, strength 4, and stand firm. They're absolute road. And thick
No.
skull as well. They're so road blocky. The reason you don't take the ghouls in a necro team is so you get the touchdowns on your werewolves, which gets them the SPP they need to take a shot at mighty blows quick as possible. Then they get developed like these are, and then they kill everybody, and then they evolve into the kill pieces of your team, your blitzers, as it were, and then you get your ghouls to get the touchdowns.
Yep.
If you put the ghouls in early, all they do is steal SPP from werewolves.
From werewolves, yeah, because your werewolves aren't going to block or get that many consecutive blocks to level up fast enough.
So that's why he's gone this build, and I expect, the 13th player will be a ghoul, but I think he's probably going to go for a reroll first. Because, 2 team rerolls on a necro team when they don't have a lot of skill rerolls is a bit, it's a bit rough.
That's one of the sad things about Necros, like you need to have invested doubles basically to take lead. There's not a single character which can take it out of a natural skill. So it's gonna be a doubles.
Yeah, I don't see if they're ever going to get leader, because on doubles, there's every kind of better skill you can get on doubles for most of the characters. So I genuinely think we're not going to see.
I don't think it's a bad thing though, considering that rerolls for undead teams and necromantic teams are 70k. The leader is only 30k, so that's still 40k up.
It's
That's
yeah,
two
but it's
killers.
who you give it to? Do you give it to a zombie?
If I basically, yeah, no, I think the zombie would be a perfect fit, yeah. But they would get guard because it's a lot more important.
Yeah, I was going to say
Shit.
guard is way better, especially on a piece like that you just want it to be
Honestly,
a block.
I think it would be a white who would get it.
Maybe, but I just think whites they have their own role, and leaders I don't know, it gets in the way of that.
Yeah, I was
In
going to
any
say.
case,
Okay.
looking at the schedule for for week 3, we've got a big match coming up. The Necro Sausages versus Diving Hawks. The Diving Hawks are number 1 and Necro Sausages are number 3 in this division already. So Diving Hawks have got a 2-0 and Necro Sausages are at 1-1.
Yep.
So this is a fairly big game for because Necro Sausages is one of the teams I'm looking at. So Plague Carriers at 2nd place are taking on Lyric Wraiths. Who
That's
get,
another big match. And
It's another big match there, yeah. So there's some big games coming up.
En passant versus the Slaanesh Slaughterers. Chaos and Chaos action, but one Chaos got a lot of Mighty Blow and Claw.
Yeah, I can only say that's gonna go in Sage's direction there. I think. Who are Gman Hawks playing? White Deaths.
White Deaths, which is also another big one because they've been doing really well as well.
Yeah, and White Deaths are that team that need to be kept. That are all about to level up. So
Yeah.
can they get the SPP they need off of that?
They can get 5 level ups if they do it right.
And finally, Will Score for Food versus Jolly Jungle Jaws. Now, they've been getting beaten up quite a bit as per Triple J. So I'm wondering if Squiggy's going to get some much needed win ticks in the win column.
I mean, Squiggy is being beat up at the moment, but what he does have is really ideal for Wood Elves. It's a double guard lineman.
Well, what he does have is a Wood Elf team, which tend to run around Lizard teams anyway.
Yeah. And with Skinks being so weak early on, if he can just run around and beat them up, he should be able to secure an easy win.
Yeah, but
maybe
he's
a couple of SPP on his war answers too.
Yes. Two mobile guards really can make a big game changing.
Oh, 100% agree.
Alright, let's step up to 2.
Alright, let's do this.
Oh boy, my home spot.
Is this...
Wow, they've already played some of their week 3s.
Oh,
Yeah, I played mine as soon as the week was rolled.
Yeah, we've all heard of that game, and we'll cover that next week. But needless to say, there was plenty of bloodshed.
It was pretty much a repeat of this week's game.
Yeah, you 2-0 this week, which is we had a 2-0 from you. We had a 2-2 for Silly Hats versus Bargain Boozers, which is a game I want to check up on. A 3-1 for the Bone Breakers over poor old Some Kind of Wizard.
Oh. The Bone Breakers are really pulling their weight this season.
I'm really happy. That makes me happy to hear that Uthar is doing a good job.
Yeah, but it means he beat hammered good old Some Kind of Wizard, which is upsetting. Unexpected, not unexpected, but upsetting nonetheless.
I know.
Maybe Orcs will work. Doesn't seem to have worked this week.
Well, that's not that bad. 1-1, and I don't. Here's the. Oh no, we took a death.
Humanly Bad also made a draw last week. They're not doing bad. They're like doing 2 draws at the moment.
Yeah, I like it.
They're the one-team reroll team, so it's an interesting...
Also, I've heard that Some Kind of Wizard lost a Flesh Golem versus their Bone Breakers.
Ooh, let's check in on Vice and Die. Yeah, they are missing a Flesh Golem, which is super upsetting, and they still don't have any level ups. That's a bad spot.
Well, he did say that worst comes to worst at the end of this. He said if his team was too battered, he would just fresh roll it again, you know, since he was put in a bad spot to begin with.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I can understand that.
Knowing Some Kind of Wizard, he's probably just having great fun being able to play Undead. So he probably doesn't, to play Necro, so he probably doesn't care that much. I mean, he's getting to play with Cheney, he's getting to play with Ramtop. He's whizzing around all these big characters. I think he's gonna be alright. He's gonna be okay. And he's still got both his werewolves.
Yeah, they just don't have any SPP on him yet. That's the one problem, though, with getting to play with all the cool star players. He's probably having to play really heavy on them.
Also, Mr. Recky's having a double draw right now with his Bringer of Silly Hats. He's not doing that bad well at the moment. Like, he's also having a pretty okay season because he, survived 2 major bash teams now, I think.
Yeah, and his team's got some level ups. He's got a plus movement blitzer, which is looking good. He's got the leader, which is always good. Mighty Blow on a blocker, and some foul pieces.
The one thing he is missing, he's missing linemen, which is going to hurt him because the foul pieces are going to be having to be set up on the LOS.
Yeah, but he's running a full reroll build at the moment.
Oh no, that's awesome for him. But the thing is, he hasn't got the fodder that a Bretonian team needs to survive.
Well, to be fair, it's a 20k. If he wins next match, then he probably will be able to buy 2.
Yeah, that's true.
True. Totally. I mean, he's in a great spot moving forwards. But I was just more saying that it is a bit perilous that he's either got to set blockers up on the line for defense, or he's got to put his foul pieces on the line.
I'm gonna assume he's probably gonna put the blockers on the line. I mean, at least they have
wrestle. That's what I would do.
Yeah. That's 100% what I'm thinking. They at least have wrestle, so if they get blocked, they can take the down, and then they have to get fouled out.
Wrestle and aviate, yeah, that's probably safer for them.
Yeah, at this point in time, to lose the foul pieces on the line is just a waste of the fact that they can foul.
I also want to have a look at the Bone Breakers team now because it's starting to look a little bit ridiculous with all the green in its stats at the moment.
That's an 1860 Orc team.
You mean the Christmas tree?
Oh my days! That's they've got a movement 7 AG4 blitzer. What is wrong with the Orc teams in this division? They all think they're elves.
I think
an AG4 thrower, a strength 5 Black Orc. So they've got a big guy with no nega trait and block.
And they also have an IG3 Black Hawk, because why the fuck not?
They've got a niggled blitzer with catch, so that's a thing.
I tried killing that guy and didn't go down.
That's it. They've got an AV10 troll because why not?
Why not make him a giant tree man?
Yeah. Strength up or no balls is all I'm gonna say next.
And he has a goblin, which he probably throws around a lot, which
I
does
hope
have
so.
catch, diving, catch, and sidestep.
Well, I think he's got a touchdown on him. If we look at him, he's 5'6", so... Oh, that's the thrower.
That's really great.
Bless you.
Excuse me. I'm not very well at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah. So we have an 18-16 Orc team going to a 16-10 Orc team. Maybe Orc will work. Another fucking Elf team.
I don't think they did work. They got a 1-1 this week, so...
Yeah.
And they've got a Black Orc out now on a fractured leg. It's nothing too serious, but at the same time, he's not here.
That's just a little bit of strength down.
He has a Blitzer with piling on, and he's another guy who's able to get piling on pretty soon. That's kind of what he's made.
Yeah, and Wolf Rider's just ridiculous. Every time we talk about this team, we have to talk about the Agi4 dodge, diving tackle, stand firm guy. If he gets tackle as a next skill up, he's just going to be the most annoying thing in the universe.
The Blitzers pretty much carry this team because the Black Orcs are getting killed left and right every time.
Yeah, but the Blitzers are so good. Why not?
Yeah, true.
These Blitzers are great. They're in a great spot. I mean, he only has
50,
3
basically.
skills up to them, but he's got 3. He's got level 4 and 2 level 5 Blitzers. I mean, they are the linchpin of the team, of an Orc team anyway. And they're doing it.
Yeah,
it's great to see.
Yeah,
Heavy Arms, Light Fingers. I know their team isn't going to be representative of where it was last week, but they are in a bad spot. You're a bad man.
It's what's left after I was done with them.
I was gonna say this is the opposite of the last 2 teams we've seen. This is a lot of red.
Yeah, this is a team where you just want to sack everything and just sack everything.
He used to have a Red Ogre.
He used to have a team. He's got 6 players left, and one of them has movement 6, and one of them has a niggle. No, and one of them has, movement 6 and armor 6.
Well, this is quite a contrast if you look at like the Bone Breakers, where every Orc is like green stats because of all the stat ups. This Caven team pretty much has the opposite with all red stats.
You know what I'd do here? Honestly, what I'd do here? I would sack everything with a stat down. Everything with a stat down, and just take the loners.
You could do that.
Yeah, that makes sense, because they're all linemen, so...
Take the loners, take the lack of TV to be able to pick up. The only way this team's coming back is if he plays seriously down in TV and picks up a lot from the deuces.
Well, if I have to be really fair, playing this team, or what's left from it anyway, I think it's that team.
What was that?
Like, I honestly think it's pretty much like Mr. Aki's Norse team last season. He also stacked all the like nickel pieces and so on. But it's still a team with loners. Yeah.
It's a team where loners don't hurt you that much because they're only linemen anyway. They're the disposable ones that you'd be throwing at the line anyway. He's got...
I was going to say, his gutter runners are in good spot.
He's got a Storm Vermin who's only missed next game who has Claw. So he's in a great spot. He's 10 out of 16.
You know what?
Next game he's out. But sack the Armor 7 one. Pick up a new Storm Vermin because you can afford it.
Yep.
And then sack all the linemen that affect up. And just have 4 Gut Runners and your 2 Storm Vermin. Sack all of those linemen. And then just play with an incredible team of lineman loaders, which you'd be playing with anywhere. But at least when you get back to it, you can start buying those linemen back. There's no point buying them now because there's just no point. You're going to end up they're going to end up dying anyway. So bunch of loner linemen. If your 4 Gut Runners that are all still alive and have development going on with them, you one Storm Vermin that's developed. You fresh Storm Vermin, and you're on the comeback train.
Yeah,
you're not in a terrible spot.
I am going to say it like this though. Like, he does have like a little bit of cash you can use to pretty much salvage his team. Even though it's salvageable, and I will have a lot more respect as a coach for him if he does manage to get through with it and salvage his team and get them back on feet. I do think the Angels heretic situation is going to benefit him more than trying to just drag on with these
I'm
No,
gonna
people.
100% disagree because been playing Skaven recently, the backbone of his team is still 100% intact. Because his gutter runners are Two Heads, Sprint, Blodge, Dauntless, which is a good one for making a ball hawk out of, and the other one's
And
just
Blodge.
Blodge, which is
Yeah, and then he's got a vanilla one that's 3 out of 6, so that's a level up waiting to happen.
that's a touchdown.
And he's also got a Stormvenom who's already got his claw, so that's the hard part done with.
Yeah, he has to
Yeah.
fire his other Storm Venom, which is probably heartbreaking.
Not that heartbreaking because I always maintained that was developed wrong anyway.
Mhm.
He had a claw Mighty Blow piece that he wasted on guard horns.
Yep.
So I always maintained that was developed wrong.
He can also keep Montgomery because it's not bad having a movement 6 block line right around, and you just put him on the line and let him take no blocks, which is not bad.
I'm thinking
But
just to save the
Simon
TV
has
for the
to
blow.
go.
I'm thinking just saving it, saving the blow at this point. Just any skill ups on line rats when you're a team that's so close to breaking as this is just getting you less inducements.
Yeah, if he can get a wizard every game, great. And then if he can afford some of the star players, those players are gonna be way better than any lineman he has.
Oh heck, even if he wants to play it conservative for a turn, and take a couple of take a wizard and a wandering Apo every game,
Mhm.
just to keep his gut runners alive. You can use the Apo aggressively
Yeah.
rather
Yeah.
than defensively. Use it on a badly hurt gutter runner. Get the gutter runner back in action. Use it on a badly hurt storm vermin that has claw.
Yeah.
Get him back in the game.
Also, I want to point out one thing, which you've seen now this week with this game, Need basically casting 10 out of 11 players. That was what they call an extremely lucky knuffle game, and I've actually checked the stats on the rolls. I had a luck percentage of around 100%, while his luck percentage was only like 60%.
Yeah, basically, they were the rats, you were the exterminators. And looking at your team's incredibly developed. 1,750, Jesus, that's a huge Norse team.
I basically had 1,750 when I stopped season 1. I cutted a few ranks, like I cutted a few runners and stuff like that I didn't need. And now I'm back at 1,750 again, and I'm like, fuck, I need to start cutting again. I'm going to fire the 30-player tackle piece.
With a niggle.
Yep.
That's probably somewhere to start, I think. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the team is looking solid, though. I don't know, I think it almost feels like this is probably where your team's going to sit around this kind of point. Because that is a team, I think, that there's not much else you can take off.
I'd take tackle and piling on another berserker, of course. I'd go for block on the elves and guard on the other elf. That's something I'd also want. And if I have those things, yeah, tackle on the elves is still a thing I need to get. And basically, if I get those things, then I pretty much can stay at around 1,800 TV and like stick to this format. That's at least what I'm trying to do then.
I agree. I think that's a good spot for the team, and the team are looking to be a real threat again this season.
Besides all the dirty player, I mean, you could always, if you needed to trim down.
Yeah, but that's never going to happen because this is game.
No.
I know.
This is my gimmick. I'm not going to cut down my gimmick.
I want to check in with the 99ers and Bleeding Hippie because he didn't, against all odds, he didn't sack their Minotaur, and it survived. So that's a thing.
The Minotaur was missing game versus me, and so was Captain Holt. All the other players were on the field. I pretty much injured also 9 of them, but they all were just like,
You
nothing serious.
injured 9 of the 99ers. That feels appropriate.
Yeah.
But they all had nothing serious, so they're all
Yeah,
back in
as I
this
say,
week.
it's a team that are doing pretty well. They're in a really good spot. They're at that point with Chaos where they're about to go off, I think.
Thing
They're
is,
about to explode.
they're going to be facing the Dwarves this week.
They need to cut the Minotaur. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's an Armor 7 Minotaur. You don't have an Armor 7 big guy. It's 1,900. It's 190k TV that you can do without. I'm sorry, it sucks, but
I mean, he can keep it for this game, just try to cut a few Dwarves or put that Claw Mighty Blow, but that's about it.
if he keeps it for this game, it'll be dead by the end of the game. It'll be dead or badly hurt. There's no way a Dwarf team are going to ignore an Armor. Let's have a look at the Dwarf team real quick.
Isn't that the idea, though?
That is true. The big guy's supposed to eat the blows.
Yeah, but he's Armor 7. He won't eat that many. Trust me, as someone who plays Skaven,
Oh, I agree.
Armor 7 doesn't last long versus Mighty Blow.
Especially against a team that's got Mighty Blow and a nice big Death Roller.
The Death Roller's just going to roll over that. Not
Okay.
at all. Like, it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
gonna-
To be fair, I'm having the dwarves in week 4 already, which is quite far ahead of us. But I am already like looking at this team and sort of thinking what I can do tactical wise, because they also have like 6 mighty blows, and being an AV7 player, that does worry me a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna bring the pain.
Well, I will be bringing the pain back, but it's just like, how will I bring the pain and how will he bring the pain? He's going to have a lot easier time to bring the pain.
But he's got a fair amount of guard. He's got a lot of mighty blow.
Don't get me wrong, I think I will still outstrength him by a pretty significant margin because of
Yeah,
my
with-
bloody ridiculous strength ups I got.
With all that guard though, maybe not.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's also got +1 strength, and if he goes first, that Death Roller is gonna be
Speaking
severely
of
dangerous.
dwarves, let's
He
check
has-
on the
he-
AV7 dwarves.
He has 3 guards, that's not enough to stop the onslaught of a strength 6 Yeti.
Yeah, well, Death Rollers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I said if he goes first, the Death Roller will definitely outstrength the Yeti.
Yeah, you might be strength 6, he's strength 7. So,
But I just need to have 2 assists and I will kill the dead roller.
you hope.
You hope.
No, I
Check
will.
it out.
I am going to
Yeah.
make this a thing now. I am going to kill that dead roller.
Yeah.
Checking in on AV7 dwarves real quick. They've got a guy missing.
Hmm.
Missed next game, fractured arm on their block tackle guy. They've got, their runner's got movement up, which is super nice. They're not a bad team. They're certainly not as developed as Gengars, but
Yeah.
they're getting there. They've got all the components of a team that can go far. I think.
Well,
But
It's
none of the issues that plague an AV17, like dead players.
His kicker is having a lot better condition than mine. The only weird thing about this team, which sort of gripes me, is the jump up Ulf.
that
yeah,
was
I
an
still think
accident.
that should be dodged.
Me and him already have talked about it. I know he's talked about it with a couple other coaches. It was an accident. He didn't think about the AG2.
Well, to be fair, it's still a 3+ to do the jump up block, so you still can make a killer out of him by going mighty blow and piling on. The only problem with having jump up at this stage, not let's say like 3 or 4 levels, is that development-
piling on us so far away.
yeah, it's going to take him at least 10 games before he's going to get near of the build he wants with him.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. But, he can get there. I mean, the team, as I said, are not looking bad. They're pretty trim on TV, so they're getting inducements against most of the teams in this division. So, I don't say they're going too badly.
And it's not like he of like yet to party, but he does have a lovely runner.
Who have we got coming up? Well, I suppose we've already had a couple of games this week. AV7 Dwarfs got beaten by maybe Awful Work, and the Vargs took a 3-0 against the Lightfingers.
Well, we didn't
we've
talk
still got
about the
nine-
Bears yet.
Oh yeah, I checked in on them. I don't know if we didn't comment, did we? Yeah.
No. It's
They do
a
good, though.
1 reroll team which is basically feeding on the fact that he's facing a lot of teams with a lot of TV, and he
Well,
has
yeah,
a 30-player deep bench.
Yeah, they can griff every game if they want.
Also,
that's
I
a
want him to
beautiful
keep.
thing.
I want them to keep Ryan Bosch until I face them because that's free SVP right there.
Yeah, he needs to lose the niggled lineman. But other than that, I mean, I think to be fair, he's just desperately trying to keep his TV low so he can get like it's basically a griff team in the making, but it's a griff team with an ogre. So that's awesome.
He has his priorities straight. He has tackle block on one of the blitzes.
I think it's a team that can survive. And they who have they got? They have actually that's to be fair, they've got Ice and Dire, so it's not a griff team this week. But
No.
that might be a good game for some kind of wizard to come back.
Yeah, because there's only 1 reroll.
Yeah, and they're not going to actually get any more. That's the downside, is when they're playing teams of equal or less TV, they can't induce any rerolls.
Yeah.
This is
I
the
think-
chance for some kind of wizard to actually farm those wolves.
Yeah, I agree. I think this could be a game where Wizard can come back into it a little bit and catch his breath, which I think he deserves, to be honest. Because starting in a division this developed with that team it's been rough going for him, and I think he almost deserves this breather.
Looking at this team's motto, by the way, the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. Nope, the lone golem dies, and the pack survives.
This is true. Okay, let's go to Div 1.
Goodbye. Time for Div 1. All right, let's take a look at that last week's schedule. All right.
It has been
Bye
pretty
week.
explosive.
Bye week, Lost versus Big Bang Bashes. Bye week doing another fucking 16-turn fouling game and always like getting sent off.
I want to call out Heretics of Lilith versus High Sails, to be honest. The
Yeah,
nil-nil draw. The nil-nil draw against the High Sails. I mean, I know we called Venator being a bit safe, but 0-0.
No, guys, have you seen this match on stream? Because I have.
I heard that the Edward Hampware, the Agility 5 guy, went to Movement 6 in like the first block of the game. Venator just saw red and just went on a murder streak and just desperately tried to outbash them, even though his start should have been play safe. It just went no.
Basically, this game was really somewhere for like elf coaches. This was like extremely exciting and extremely horny of a game to watch. For bash coaches like me, this was an extremely frustrating game because basically what happened is like they took the ball, they half caged up, they went forward. They stole the ball, they half caged up, they went forward. They stole the ball, they half caged up, they went forward the whole time.
But it appears that it's turned out okay for Ven, to be honest. I mean, yeah, he's got a niggled catcher with Wrestle. He's got a strength up catcher. He's got a third catcher. So, you know, he's getting his catchers back. He's got his long bong. He's got both of his ward answers in good order. You know, his Dreamin'.
I think Longbone died, but he had an apple.
Ooh.
You know, so this is a team that they're actually kind of coming back from the brink of a lot of injuries that a lot of coaches thought may have sidelined the Sails, but they're coming. I mean, he's even got a heck of a lot in the bank.
Also, people are bashing me for having 3 strength ups like a strength 6 Yeti and strength 4 Berserker and shit like that, but look at like Venator setups.
That's
no,
true.
I know it's ridiculous. I
It's
mean,
something in the G-Man's water.
I think he's probably going to have to lose the Agi5 Elf to save some TV with a movement 6. It feels a little bit pointless, but at the same time, it's a team that's in recovery, and that's great to see because, like I said,
also there is almost a level 6 legend on the field. Captain Cushion is former SPP, and he will become like extremely legendary status. He only needs one more level before becoming a real legend.
He's already a legend. I mean, what else do you need to take on a one answer?
Strength up again.
Strength up or Agi up, yeah. Okay.
The thing he really needs and what he's really hoping for, like he's screaming his pants for it and everything.
Mighty Blow.
Is Mighty Blow.
Yeah.
Okay, that too. Yeah, if you get to Mighty Blow, I suppose he's probably then the perfect one answer, but he's damn close already.
And he can also take jump up. You know, it's always nice having your full movement when you get on your ass.
Looking at the team they played, the good old Heretics, the team saw eponymous. They actually, you know, their previous team got a rule named after them, which is the Angels. They don't seem to have suffered too much themselves. Hasadrian is still alive and kicking.
She needs to be. Like that witch is just my my favorite piece in the G-Man Div 1.
She needs to be dead. I've told him this. I don't care what happened in my game versus him. It's me versus Hasadrian, and I don't care about the score.
Damn.
I hope Hasadrian wins because she's just lovely.
And what else we got? We've got a couple of guard pieces. The movement 5 guard, not really a big issue. A couple of blodge everywhere.
Couple of blodge everywhere? You mean just blodge everywhere?
Yeah, pretty much.
A little more than a couple. I mean, it's the team is blodge.
I also want to point out one thing which is a little bit just sickening, and that's the the Mount Lamelai Cold Blood's TV value.
Yeah, they're continuing to truck upwards. It's they bought foreign imports and then juiced their skinks.
They brought foreign imports.
They did.
They're
they got,
people. Damn it! They have names.
No, Guile is not a person. He's a monstrosity.
He bought a few Mexicans to play for them.
Ouch.
Yeah, they brought the imports in, and even the Croxagore leveled up and got stand firm, and you know they've juiced the water on the skinks to get loads of stats. So you know they're doing well.
They are. I bet.
He has another Agi4 skink because one wasn't enough apparently.
Obviously not. No.
Oh, he's got 6 skinks, and 4 of them have stat ups. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. it should be illegal. It's like lizard porn.
Hey, juicing's a bitch. I mean,
And he has 2 blotch
Look at that.
Sauruses.
But those skinks are literally porn for lizard coaches.
oh yeah, no, this is a terrifying team.
If,
But
if Kyle levels up, which is going to take ages, by the way, but if Kyle level ups, he's going to be a legend, and he's going to have another movement, and he's going to be able to do 1-turn touchdowns. Watch
Yeah,
my
but
own.
how many lightning bolts can he take is the question. because every coach will always get a lightning bolt.
He just uses flash sticker to get out of him, dude.
oh my goodness.
No, but as I said, every single coach that ever faces Kejiroos and the Coldbloods gets a wizard. How many lightning bolts can Guile take to the face before he dies?
No, the real question is, will he be able to take a diving elbow drop from a Wolves player next season?
If you get through.
Yeah. Oh,
Of course I will.
burn.
Okay, so who did Kejiroos play last this week? I'm not even paying attention to the lineup really. Where was it? Yeah, they took a 2-1 on the Pemple Fort. Who are Pemple Forts? Gamba, did you watch the video by the way?
Yeah.
We talked about this last week.
Yes. The one, the Meet the Pebble Forts.
Yeah, I am hiring him to make a Meet the Vox video because that just was fucking classical.
Oh man.
It was the best one of the best pieces of content. I mean, our division produces a lot of good content. Our league, but that was one of the best pieces of content we've ever had. It was so good. It seems like he's taking some casualties as well.
Yeah, we
The
got a
Lizards
minus movement on a lineman, which kind of stinks.
Because of his awesome dodges.
The minus movement was already minus movement. He got broken ribs from this next game, so
Oh.
he's okay. He's in the same state as he was before the game, except
He doesn't get to
No,
play next match. That
he's
still
an
kind of
exploiter.
sucks.
Yeah, well, at least he's not dead.
That's a way of looking at things. I mean, you can say that about a lot of things. Oh, you have diarrhea? Well, at least you're not dead of diarrhea. I mean,
This was Vin, the
Hey,
master
dying of diarrhea
murder.
would be an incredibly unpleasant situation.
they call that
This-
dysentery.
This was Vin, though, the master of murder, who got outdone. I'm
I'm gonna
surprised.
say this another way. There was 9 armor breaks against the elves, and they suffered 2 injuries.
That's
in
not
9.
too bad.
That's average.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad.
You
The
know,
team's
that's the
still
thing.
overall looking really strong. I mean, I know he's really playing this hard so he can get to get to playoffs and hopefully win. That way he can retire this team and be
Retired
happy
them with
with
victoriously.
victory. Yeah.
Let's have a look at how Sandoon and the Shadow Hills did this season. They another
they-
brutal game by the look of it.
They had a beating.
Did they
They
really?
got a missed next
But
game.
they
you love?
do. They had a level up on their blotch. I mean their wrestle dodge which was strength up.
Yeah, you know what actually happened here? This was so funny. Is Sandoon called this before the game because Sandoon accidentally pressed "Do not verify" that the game was played okay, and he was like, "I've got a witch with a level up, and I'm going to get strength," right? And
Damn.
then I had to come in and manually verify the game as an admin, and then he rolled the level up and got strength. He actually called getting strength.
Hacks. I call hacks.
And it just upsets me immensely that I think he just knows that there's so much in the water at the moment that he was going to get it.
I
Damn.
just felt it. Well,
Yeah,
his
it's-
team
that's
is
it.
looking mighty dirty now at the moment. If you look at it.
Yeah. It's
It's looking less and less as the weeks go by, though. I mean, the strains of being I think focused a little bit is he's losing players along the way.
yeah, it makes
Well,
sense.
that's
but
because people are going to are at the moment going berserk with files and shit like that. Like if you've seen the Jungle Corsairs versus him, they did not focus the ball at all. They just focused to get the fuck out of those players.
Playing you, have they?
Was it maybe it was Demu? I don't know. Some other remnant. I don't know. Somebody, a Dark Elf team. Thinks
That was.
these Dark
Are you
Elves.
sure it wasn't the High Elves Interdimensional and Toskai who he played this week? Who went 2-2 with, and we have incredibly. We have another. Like this is where we were saying. Pepperpot Chargers were always Walkathon's team. The Elven Fantasy Light.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
then we joked that they're now the interdimensional bullshit light. This team are really quite developed as well.
Yeah.
They're not a bad looking team here.
No, not at all.
This is the thing though. I'd rather have higher developed High Elves than Dark Elves.
Me too, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. That thrower is looking real brutal.
Yeah, he's
Plus
nice.
movement, throw, safe throw,
He
strong
is
arm, accurate.
the kind of throw that, if you could pronounce the name, would give Long Bong a run for his money. But because no one can pronounce Avalach or whatever the heck it is,
Yeah, he's just gonna be lost in translation forever.
yeah, no one's gonna be talking about him because they're all gonna because Long Bong's easy to say and remember.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, he could be a legend, but he got given a stupid name.
Damn.
Blame the parents there, unfortunately.
Damn.
Another celebrity from our division, Hamboy, looks like
Yep.
my word, he took a serious blow to one of his storm vermin, which is hurtful. I mean, to be fair, you don't do a lot of dodging on your vermin, but if you have to, you're not going to do it on him.
No,
To be fair, Handboy's red team is just one thing really, and he sticks to it in a really nice fashion. It's basically overpowered gutter runners, that's it.
Yeah, they have an incredible ball hawk on anti-mage. I mean, he's incredible. He's everything you want from a ball hawk.
He's basically farmed.
The gut runners are glorious. They're exactly what you want from a gut runner setup. They're perfect in that regard.
So basically, you want to be the player. Anyway, anti-mage is a sort of a hero if you get him farmed, and he's bullshit. And pretty much this anti-mage is also bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the injury to the storm vermin, it's just not going to hurt him that much. And checking in with the Meepos, they're still up to number 6 as the furthest. So that's, the fact that they've had 6 versions of these players tells you everything you need to know about
Only
them.
one Meepo has guards and level up, and the rest is just like, fuck him. No
I
guards, no
love the way
deal.
Handboy plays his lineman, to be honest. It's almost perfect. I think he needs a couple of dirty players to really leverage the cheapness of
Well,
them.
do you know the concept of Meepo?
He's just fodder, isn't he?
Well, no, basically Meepo, as in Dota 2, is just a character where you, instead of one dude, you get 4 dudes, and they're all like 4 weak versions of one dude.
That makes sense.
That's funny. Alright, let's carry on. Did we look at the Corsairs yet?
No, but they gave me such a beating this week, it was unreal. It was just not even funny. I hurt like one guy from this next game. It was just the dice hurt a lot.
The dice!
Biscuit was a legend for him. Biscuit did everything he needed to do, which was basically set him up ball carriers and either get pushes or both downs against him every block.
Anyway, guys, how about we look at week 3, what we get?
Well, we haven't done with the teams yet.
Yeah,
we haven't looked at Green Bay or the Big Bang Bashers or the Remnants.
all of the Hurricane Remnants.
Yeah. What are you
I
doing?
always leave the Remnants till last because of the Remnants. It makes sense. The Corsairs absolutely hammered me 2-0 and lots of nice fouls, ridiculous amount of injuries. I had to blow an apple on like turn 1, and it just went downhill from there.
Yeah, I could tell. Which is well on our way with the mighty blow. That's gonna be really helpful.
Anyway, Dino gave me a 15-minute rant that he's definitely going to start on that next season, and we already wished he did it now in Division 1.
Oh. To be fair, you had to play against Reddit Raptor, and that's never a fun experience because they're going to score all over you. But you still got a team. I mean, the team are in really good form.
Yeah, the team looks fine right now. I mean,
honestly, he really should just sell Maralock to one of the Dark Elf players, just to keep
Maralock
that guy
will
alive.
never be sold.
No, he's dying on that team.
Yeah, I think if Maralock dies, the team gets retired. As long as Maralock lives, the team will be kept in play.
I love how he's not able to decide it himself, but you guys just Vito, you gotta do it.
Well, he's the cornerstone of that team. He's been with it. He's the only player left over from that team.
Be pressure.
Plus, it's a good team. I mean, the armor up isn't that great, but I know why he took it because everyone was dying.
Really? Is it a good team? If I look at it, and if I look at Sandew's team, I know what one I prefer.
Well,
hey, they're a team that for a team that literally has been pitch cleared in the past and have had players die.
Oh, it looks good. It looks alive.
Yeah, it's alive. It's 12 players. They've got level ups coming through. They've got two guard guys on a team with no strength access. I mean, they're getting there.
There's one problem here, which I don't really get, and that's how the hell does he get such a high TV value with these skill ups? Yeah, if you look at Sandew's team, he seems to have a lot more skills.
He just has a lot of dodge.
Well, it's only 20k. I get that, but still, like, I'd expect Demu to have more skills than him.
Well, no,
If
because
that
Demu
makes sense.
has. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I think it's because Demu Sandmoon's currently missing a witch, so he's actually only at 10 players at the moment.
Yeah, no. Okay, that makes a difference. That's
In fact,
easily
he's at 9
100K.
players at the moment, which is exactly where the two players come
Yeah, and then he gets to 1,800. No,
Yep.
that makes
from.
sense. That
1,000,
makes
he gets
sense.
140k.
So they're actually a lot closer than
Then it looks, yeah,
than it looks.
certainly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna
That
say
makes
one of the
sense.
things too that can kind of skew it is that armor value, even though it's not the best ability up, it still counts
still
the
a
same
stat.
as strength up, the same as
Yeah.
So that also brings the team value up quite a bit.
And finally, I suppose we should look at me. I
We
don't
should
want
look
to
at you.
necessarily, but- No, yeah, we lost Storm Vermin last game, which was upsetting.
Oh,
Well,
I was
I've
there.
heard it. I
Oh.
heard that the Verminator died, and now we're going to have the Verminator 2.
Yeah, the Verminator died, but like, as the name suggests, he'll be back, and here he is.
If the Verminator 2 dies, will you get the Verminator 2 Revengeance or something like that, or like Apocalypse?
No, it'll be Verminator 3, obviously.
Yeah, the verminating.
No, there is a third Terminator. Everyone wants to pretend there isn't because it's absolutely awful. It's the one with the female Terminator. So maybe he'll come back as a girl. I don't know, but
Don't say it too loud. People will start to acknowledge it.
yeah. I mean, looking at this week, obviously, this is my division. So high sales get a much needed bye week. They desperately need it.
I like how we said we were gonna look at your team, and it was like, nah, just kidding.
No, we did. We looked at Verminator. Nothing else has changed. Everything. I got like 0 SPP last game.
Everything went into the Verminator.
I got 0 level ups and a piling on Mighty Blow. Storm Vermin died. There's really nothing else to say.
I mean, I don't
You know, there was-
disagree. I just love how like you didn't even you're like, I'm moving on.
Yeah, pretty much. I get that. But no, I mean, looking at the coming up weeks, high sales are going to get a desperate breather.
Yep.
I'm not because I'm playing the Big Bang
Big Bang
Bashers.
Bashers. That's gonna be fun for you.
Remnants get the
silly.
Corsairs. So that's a bit of a Dark Elf off. We're alright with that. Interdimensional versus the Lamanites. He's already practiced against his high elves this week, so I really feel sorry for Toskai.
Heretics versus Shadow Hill. A Strength 4 Witch versus a Piling on Mighty Blow Witch. This is going to be fun.
I was about to say that piling on, which might be able to pull some shenanigans and put another
This
dent.
for me is my expected game of the week.
That's why you were skipping it. You were hoping to come back later and talk about it. Sorry.
No, that's totally fine, dude.
ruined.
It was only one on the game to talk about, so I think that one is going to be the game of the week, really.
Yeah, and then this Reddit Red versus the Pample Fort.
Well, let's see where everyone stands, because I'm kind of curious. Right now, we got Kejiru and Reddit with a good lead going on with the 2-0s.
Yeah, Keiji Rouge, his new buys really are working,
Mm-hmm.
and Handboy sticking to his winning strategy, which he was using last season of just having bullshit gutter runners and that's it.
I told you, man, juicing. It's all about the juicing.
Yeah. The two dark elves, the Shadow and Heretics. That's going to be a really big one right there. Depending on
Yeah, that's going to be a league dependent. I think it depends on how much Hasadrian gets to kill stuff.
yeah. Because
And she does have tackle, so it's entirely possible.
yeah, all eyes are definitely on Shadow Hill, and to see what happens here.
And also that human team who had a huge loss of people, and are now down to 2 losses. Gamba, how do you feel about this?
Well, our strategy's been to forfeit, and it's so far not working out for us.
It's worked out perfectly. You've got exactly your expected returns.
That's true, actually. No injuries, no touchdowns, no running yards.
Yeah, fine. But
Low-
no, as I said, I mean,
They're very low maintenance. It's very
the
helpful.
big story for the league is going to be the Shadow Hill versus Heretics match and what high sales could do with.
High Sales are going to have the free win this week, so they're definitely going to climb this week.
Well, it's not just that. It's the fact that they're already sat on 140k. They desperately need to restock to pay off players, dead players, and they're about to get a double influx of cash. So this is the time for high sales to make a resurgence.
Let's just hope that it wasn't too early in the season for him and he doesn't get banged up later and need that bye week.
I think he's only going to stack up on more linemen, basically, that's it. Like, he does have like a niggling on the wall dancer and the runner. He might fire Smackahoy and get a new runner, but he's not going to
I
fire
don't
the
think
wall
so.
dancer.
I don't think he's gonna fire anyone. That's been
Well,
his, that's been his
I-
team motto. His
I
team motto's
continue
been
my
that.
habit there. It has to be said. I continue my habit of playing the team that come off of the bye week every week for like the first 3 weeks. So I've got high sales in week 4.
You always get the juiced up people.
No, I literally have played the first. My second week this week was against whatchamacallit, Jungle Corsairs, who had a bye week in week 1. My third week is against the Big Bang Bashers, who had a bye week in week 2. My fourth week is against the High Sills, who had a bye week in week 3. I'm starting to feel a little bit hard done to.
And you're going to have a bye week at the last week of the season.
Yeah, just when I don't need it, right? But yeah, so as I say, I think it's all. We're going to say it one last time. Heretics versus Shadow Hill. That's where my eyes are.
Okay, so shall we move to Australia or America?
That's the end of this video.
Oh, yeah.
We're done with the
Okay,
G-Man. Gamba?
yeah.
Gambino!
Sorry
And now
about
we
that.
just-
I had to take a phone call because they were blowing my phone up, and I sent them 3 messages letting them know I was videoing, and they didn't
Okay,
care.
that's cool. Well, we just need you to sign off, really.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was a sign off. Goodbye, you poopy faces.
Good night, good evening, goodbye, take care, my friends.
Yeah.
Fuck off and go away.
Yeah.
Stop watching this video already. There's other videos to
Yeah.
watch.
Why have you gotten this far in the video? I mean, I stopped paying attention like 15 minutes ago.
Why are we still even here?
Yeah, that's a good point. All right.
Well,
Well,
we don't have a live, so you know they should know better than just watch us do this shit right now.
that's kind of true, actually. All right. Well, now I'm gonna stop the video. Bleep bloop.